Hey, welcome to On the Peg with me, your host, the Mad Montreal Man, and welcome to our inaugural On the Peg Focus episode. It's an episode that's not really a short, it's not a full episode, it's where we're going to focus on one toy. I know, you're thinking, you said you would never do a review where it's one toy. Well, I'm not going to do a 20-minute review of one toy, but I will focus on one toy today. So it won't be 20 minutes long, easier for you to watch as well. And this way I won't rant. Because we know you love my rants. But today, here's a hint. I've been seeing reviews for this thing so much that I figured I might as well review it. Let's jump into the reviewing pool and review this action figure too. Now, it's pretty obvious I'm a DC... Seriously? I'm a DC guy. But I used to have Marvels, and when I saw this one reviewed, I figured, okay, it's not a Marvel Legend, because I'm not a 6-inch guy. I like the 7-inch action figures, a bit more detail. But I gave in, and I picked up Marvel Select Captain America. Now, I don't normally talk about the packaging, because I don't want to waste my time, but I do have a slight little comment. Big packaging. I mean, for example, if you compare it to the typical DC Multiverse, or digital, you can see the size. They're both 7-inch figures. If you compare it to the McFarlane like gold label exclusives, it's still a pretty big package. Now, I understand why they did it. I can understand this. They do this kind of packaging. If you are a retail store and you're going to stock these, you're going to put this on your shelf. It's going to take up a lot more space, which means less space for the competition. Yeah. And apart from that aside, I'm not a big fan of this big packaging. It's a lot of wasted space. But that's enough about the packaging. Let's take a look at the actual action figure. As you saw in the close-up, he's a big boy for a 7-inch action figure. I did compare him to some DC Multiverse guys. He's a good 7 inches and a bit. He's big and beefy. Now, I did have to learn one little trick for putting the shield in his hand. You take the hand off, put the hand on the grip, then you put the hand back in. It holds nicely. I love the accessories. I love the fact that the shield, you can take the other shield off, put it in the back. The arm bands that hold the shield in place, which no one's really talked about. You take this thing off, you pop the shield into the straps. Now, putting this on was a bit of a pain. Take the hands off, bend the arms back, you can put them on. And by the way, it comes with the pointy finger hand. I don't like it. Of course, he's got the saluting hands, the fists. Now, I will give him credit. You got accessories. You have the, Golden Age cap mask. You've got the Steve Rogers head. And what you do with the Steve Rogers head is you put this one on and you basically put the folded cap mask backwards. So I give him credit for that. And it is a nice face sculpt as well. But I'm going to keep it a bit more simpler. I like the military belt. I like I like having the back straps. I like having the shield in the back because to me, you get a shot in the back. It's good to have a shield. So, articulation. Yeah, he's posable. I give him credit. He is posable. He will fit in on the shelf with the other 7 inches. He'd be a beefy guy, but it's Captain America. He's supposed to be beefy. Now, will this change my mind about DC Multiverse versus Marvel? No. I'm still going to stay a McFarlane Toys guy. Price-wise, they're a lot more affordable than this guy. Packaging wise, the packages are, you can save them. Trying to save this Captain America package didn't work. It ripped. Another reason why is this guy's expensive. For what you get, for you pay for this, I would have expected a little bit more. A little bit. Like, for example, when I look at the Captain Carrot that came out, you have that pattern in the chest. McFarlane Toys, for example, like some of the Spawn toys, you'll have a pattern chest. Captain America is supposed to be wearing chainmail. I mean, if you look closely, you see some like hints at detail of chainmail. They could have done a bit more of a pattern chest that actually looks like chainmail, especially for the vintage look part of it. So a bit disappointed in that. And for the price point, you know, is it really worth the extra money to get this guy? Because this guy did cost more money than what I normally pre-order. So I don't hate having it in my collection. I might eventually get a few more Marvel Selects, because, by the way, one of the things that comes with is this little catalog of all the other Marvel Selects. Now, I look at these, and most of them look like stuff I would never buy. I mean, yeah. Okay, the Hulkbuster Iron Man looks interesting. I must admit that the Taskmaster looks interesting. But the rest of them just don't look that good. They really don't. I mean, the movie stuff just looks horrible, and you know the Incredible Hulk, So, but no, I figured, you know, do a little mini show, because this is a Marvel, not my usual. We'll make a mini episode or focus on one action figure. So would I recommend getting this guy? Well, if you're a Marvel Legends guy, he's not gonna fit in with your other Marvel Legends. He's taller. He's bigger. He's beefy. I mean, he's a beefy Captain America. If you're a DC Multiverse guy, he's beefy. He's actually a little bit... It's like, if, say, your typical DC Multiverse. Say the average height of these guys is supposed to be 6 feet tall. He's 6'1", 6'2". He's a bit taller. He's also big and bulky. But yeah, if you only collect Marvel Select, yeah, definitely pick him up. He's great. Now, I can see a lot of people have been buying him for a photography point of view. He's you can take pictures of this guy. I mean, you could definitely, you know, I can see a lot of toy photographers using this guy to be the #1 Captain America they're going to use. I really can. I really can. Myself, you know, I eventually will get back into doing photography with toys. Especially after seeing the Mezco stuff online. Oh, those look so good. But for now, he's just going to be on a shelf by himself. Alone on the shelf. My first 7-inch Marvel Select. Don't plan on getting really many more of them. This was like a one-off for me. I figured, why not? Pick them up. Take a look at them. Yeah. And like I said, the shields are cool. I like the fact that he does have 2 alternate heads. Packaging threw me off, so that's a negative. So let's rate this guy. Packaging's a negative. Don't like the packaging. Size-wise, that's a positive. So it's 1 and 1. Accessories, positive. 2 against 1. Details, it's a blank. It's a 0. So for the most part, not bad. I'm not going to be complaining about it. I'm not regretting buying them, except my wallet is a little bit. But yeah, there he goes. So please hit that like and subscribe. Get the word out there that there's this guy who does toy reviews a different way. I'm not ashamed to show my face. I also have a different attitude towards toys. But yeah, definitely a fun one to have. You know, I don't mind it. It's going in the collection. And on the next mini episode, or on the Peg Focus, we're doing some G.I. Joe toys, because people say I don't do enough other toys. So Captain America is the first. There you go. My first focus on one action figure that's not DC. What do you think, Cap? I'm not going to give the salute, but we'll see you next time.